Here we're going to continue with our goals. Now we're going to be simplifying expressions. When you simplify expressions, you're just making them smaller by distributing or combining like terms where necessary. So here we look at our first example. Anytime we have parentheses, you can distribute what's on the outside to the inside. So I'm going to start by multiplying 3 times 2q. 3 times 2q is 6q. Then I would do 3 times r. I can put an imaginary 1 here. So I can treat it like a 1r. 3 times 1r is positive 3r. Next, we're going to distribute the 5. Always look at the signs in front. So we're distributing a positive 5. 5 times 4q is positive 20q. So since it's positive, I write plus 20q. And next, we're going to distribute the positive 5 to the negative 7r. So again, you're looking at your sign. So 5 times negative 7r is negative 35r. So I put the negative sign there, or the minus, because it's negative. From here, I'm done distributing. Now I'm going to combine like terms. When you combine like terms, it's easier if you write the variables that are alike next to each other. And you can do that by using the commutative property. So we're just going to move stuff around. So here I have 6q. I want to write the 20q next to it. So positive 20q. Then I'm going to write my r's near each other. So I have positive 3r. And the other one is negative 35r. So I'm just reorganizing it. You keep whatever sign is in front of your term with it. So like the negative 35r, if I were to move it somewhere else, it would still be a negative 35r. Now I can add these together. So 6q and 20q is 26q. And positive 3r minus 35r would give you negative 32r. If we look at our next example here, I have parentheses, so I'm going to have to distribute. If there's nothing in front, you can put an imaginary 1. So it's like I'm going to distribute a negative 1. So I have 5x plus 2y. I'm going to leave that alone for now. And now I'm going to distribute the negative 1 to 5x. Negative 1 times 5x is negative 5x. Then negative 1 times negative 3y. Negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. So it's positive 3y. And negative 1 times negative 5z. Negative 1 times negative 5 becomes positive 5. So that's positive 5z. Now I'm going to use the commutative property. I'm going to move stuff around so that like terms are next to each other. So I start with my 5x. I can move this negative 5x next to it. Next, I have my 2y. I would want to put my 3y next to that. And the 5z goes by itself at the end. Now, if I combine the ones that are like, 5 minus 5 is 0. So this cancels because I got 0. 2y plus 3y is 5y. And then the 5z again stays by itself. You don't have to write the 0 in your answer. So I would just have 5y plus 5z. This next problem, we're going to do the same steps. I just included fractions because I want to make sure you know how to work with them. So I'm going to start by distributing 3/4 times 16a. I'm going to show you how to do that on the side, just in case you need help. So when you're multiplying fractions, you multiply the numerator and divide the denominator. So you're going to do 3 times 16 and then divide that by 4. So 3 times 16 is 48. 48 divided by 4 is 12. So 3/4 of 16 would be 12. And I'm going to put an a there because it was 16a. Then I'm going to distribute that to the positive 8b. So now we're doing 3/4 times 8, which is 3 times 8 divided by 4, or 24 divided by 4, which is 6. So this becomes 6b. Don't forget the b because the 8 had a b. Now I'm going to distribute the negative 2/3. Notice I'm treating it like a negative. So I'm going to do negative 2/3 times 9. The negative, you can do it with your top numbers. So negative 2 times 9 divided by 3. Negative 18 divided by 3 is negative 6. So that becomes negative 6b. And now I'm going to distribute the negative 2/3 to the negative 12. When you're multiplying, two negatives become positive. So negative 2 times negative 12 is positive 24. And then you would divide that by 3 and you get 8. So this becomes a positive 8. So I'm going to write a plus 8 and then a because it was positive. Now we're going to combine like terms. So if I start with 12a, I would put the 8a next to that. Then 6b, positive 6b, is next to the negative 6b. So I'm just organizing it so that the ones that have the same letters are next to each other. 12a plus 8a is 20a, and 6b minus 6b is 0, so these cancel. So I don't have to write 28 plus 0, I would just write 28.